Hi, this is Jonathan Brendefur, and welcome to this webinar series. This is video series part 4, and we're going to talk about profession development from DMTI and our curriculum resources. But I'm separating those two because our profession development is curriculum neutral. Doesn't matter what curriculum you have, it's very effective with everyone. Of course, we like our materials, and we'll explain why. Okay, but let's talk about our profession development. So, we like to do a 3-day workshop on the topic of summer number 1 to make sure that every administrator and teacher in the building understands both the research, the concepts, the theory, but everything's practical applications from kindergarten through 8th grade materials. So teachers really get a good understanding of what it means to teach mathematics, in this case, topics within number. Then we provide embedded PD. This is one of my favorite because this is what we do that's so different than everybody else. We are in schools, and my entire team can walk into any K-8 classroom and teach a lesson. We do demonstrated lessons and we co-teach with the teachers. It's super powerful. It gives us the understanding of, hey, here's what kids really need to know at this given moment from kinder, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, all the way up to 8th grade so that we don't have these gaps. And we work with the teachers to make sure they're teaching everything that is most important. So we have this progressive formalization of ideas that's really solid. In addition to that, we have what we call unit study. There's the Japanese lesson study. We incorporate components of that, but we really want to focus on the unit, the next 3, 4, 5 week section. What are those key ideas? What are the models? What's the language? What are the standards we're addressing? And then we focus on a targeted assessment. What is that assessment? And we use Norm Webb's DOKs, the depth of knowledge. So we have some skill level questions in those assessments. We have conceptual and problem solving questions, and we have reasoning, justification type questions, so that we get a really good understanding of these are all critical components of where the kids need to be. That's the target in the next 3, 4, 5 weeks. Then we start talking about, yes, the lesson. What pieces should be in that lesson that are most effective? If you've listened to video series part 1, we talk about the DMT framework. Those are the components that need to be in each lesson, and we work with the teachers on incorporating that. Now, those two things I just talked about, it could be that we do a unit study, and then we focus on a lesson, plan it, and then we teach that the next day, but we can also do the reverse of that. Those are really powerful in getting teachers to understand and really understand the mathematics. And we do this in a way where we love being with elementary teachers and kids. And so we are not going to be offending them in any way. A lot of times people walk in and say, you're supposed to be on this page, and here's what you're supposed to be doing, and you're not doing this. Nope. We partner with you to make sure there's a great success. We build that community. And every school that we work with, you can ask them, ask the teachers, administrators, that partnership's there, it's solid. And then we usually have these continued PD. We'll work the second year, incorporate more measurement and geometry, and then come back and do PD, embedded PD with number, measurement, geometry. That second year. Third year, we do bring in some data analysis, graphing, some probability, some extra activities for the teachers, and then making sure that they are very productive. So that is our professional development in a nutshell. We can do more or less, and love to talk with you. Just click the button below, and we'll give you even more information. Okay, part 2. We do have a comprehensive curriculum that's online. There are interactive modules online. We have videos that show how we teach each of the lessons. So in any given year, we have 8 modules that go across the year. And then each module has maybe anywhere from 12 to 16 different lessons. They explain conceptually how the mathematics works. It has the language built in. There's assessments, exit tickets throughout, and lots of different practice worksheets. So those are really powerful, and we sandwich those again with that unit study idea. There's an overview that they can read about, and we have those assessments ready for them. Okay, in addition to that, we also have lots of intervention materials, supplemental worksheets, games. We have classroom apps for addition, subtraction fluency, multiplication, division fluency. We have fractions, we have composing square, we have a place value game. We have a number of different apps that teachers can use Along with that, we do have probes, 2-minute addition, subtraction, multiplication, division probes that teachers can access, and then they get reports immediately with how their students are doing, and then can use those intervention activities and kind of go back and forth, making sure students are successful. We also have target activities. These are one of my favorite. They're very specific intervention activities that really get at what we call KDUs. It comes from Marty Simon's work, Key Developmental Understandings. So these really pivotal ideas that if you don't know these, if you're not good at these, then you're going to not be successful with the rest of mathematics. We're trying to get at those really critical ideas early on. And so teachers can access those. They tend to be small group activities, some individuals, and a lot of times they're quite fun. They're different types of games most often. Now, if you want an additional piece, we actually have research-based, validated diagnostics and screeners for the K2 area called the primary math assessment, and 3-6 for that intermediate math assessment. So these diagnostics can really pinpoint very specific areas. So if I pick one, like fractions, it's going to look at, the students will take the fraction diagnostic, and it's going to break it into 4 components and say, are the kids good in all 4, not good in all 4, or a combination thereof? And then specify, oh, well, here are those target activities that dovetail with exactly what those students need. Very powerful. So again, just to recap, we have the different professional development options that have been very powerful. A lot of research that we've conducted on this that shows great success in increasing teachers' knowledge, improving their instruction, and increasing student understanding and achievement. Both those things are really important. And then we also have different curriculum materials at these different options, from that comprehensive curriculum to different intervention activities and diagnostics. So we would love to work with you. This concludes video series part 4. If you haven't watched the last 3, go ahead and click over here and you can watch those. They're all amazing. We are going to be doing more video series in the future, so stay tuned for those. Click the button below and we will talk to you soon.